All right, folks. So let's talk about Andrew Breitbart. First off, I I think it's a horrible tragedy when any children are orphaned, and apparently he had 4 kids. I think it's 4 kids. I didn't know Andrew Breitbart in any personal way. I mean, I knew him. We had one exchange in person and a lot of exchanges over Twitter. Um, uh, and so, as a human being, well, let me put it this way. I feel bad for his kids. I feel bad for his wife. It is always sad when people lose someone who's important to them in their life. And I have no idea. I'm going to assume that he was a good father and that he was a good husband just because. Because I have no evidence to the contrary. But the reason why I'm saying the words Andrew Breitbart have nothing to do with the fact that he was a father or a husband. The reason why I know the name Andrew Breitbart is for what he did publicly and what he was in terms of an icon and what he represented. And, history can decide that. I suspect history is going to forget about him in about 6 to 8 months. But my experience of Andrew Breitbart was that he was a fairly petty guy who was smart about self-promotion, very good at attacking people's reputation, had very little integrity as a journalist. And what's the proof for that? I mean, I don't know if he considered himself a journalist. Let me put it this way. He had very little integrity as a disseminator of information. And how can I establish that? Simply look at the initial reactions to the posting on his website that he had died. Whether you were on the left, whether you were a mainstream journalist, whether you were even on the right, people thought it was a hoax. People didn't even trust his own obituary or a notice that he had died on his own website. What does that tell you about his legacy? It tells me about his legacy that he wasn't someone to be trusted with the information that you get. And as far as respect for people who die, like I say, if I thought that, well, I don't know. I mean, his wife and his children are not watching this. But people who may have some brief experience with his legacy or his work might be. And so I think it's important to keep the record straight. In fact, I think that he would think it was important to keep the record straight. Now, when Ted Kennedy died, Andrew Breitbart said, "I'm more than willing to go off decorum to ensure this man is not beatified." Sorry, he destroyed lives and he knew it, referring to Kennedy. He called him a villain. He called him a big-ass motherfucker. He called him a duplicitous bastard and a prick. And he said, "I'll shut my mouth for Carter. That's just politics. Kennedy was a special pile of human excrement." Now, regardless of my personal sense of what Breitbart was, I'm not going to do that because I don't have the same standards that Breitbart did. And frankly, I think there are certainly people out there who, if they died, I would have little hesitation saying that they were bad people who really hurt a wide range of people. Dick Cheney comes to mind. I don't think Breitbart hurt that many people. I think he did hurt some people. I think but I don't think that he was some type of super villain. I don't think he had that power. I think he was a guy who was funded by the right. He got some people fired. He called people racist. He was a web entrepreneur. I don't think people deserve to die for that. And so I'm not in any way joyous about his death. But at the same time, I think we should just call a spade a spade. And I think Andrew Breitbart's work speaks for itself. And his tweets live on. And, he had already blocked me on Twitter, so I won't necessarily miss engaging with him on Twitter. I had already mourned that. But, I do feel bad for his kid and his kids and his wife. And just like I lament, and I hope that it turns out that his cause of death was natural, whatever that meant, because I know the low regard people like Rick Santorum have when it was Whitney Houston died. And I know how much, Breitbart claimed that he didn't have any type of substance abuse. Maybe he had a heart attack. I mean, the guy seemed pretty high-strung to me and not terribly healthy. But so this is not, I'm not trying to be classy here. And this is probably the last time I'll ever mention Andrew Breitbart's name. And so, the part of me that liked to argue with people, and I always had hoped that I would run into him again and argue with him more, feels sad. But, my loss is irrelevant in this. And I don't think the world is significantly a worse place or a better place because he's gone. It's basically the same place as it always was.